What's up, everyone? This is Tech Trooper 64, and today we have an article on Xbox, which I just want to say I don't do enough articles on Xbox. So let me know in the comments down below if you guys want me to do more articles on Xbox or not. Because I'm very keen to doing articles on Xbox. I love Xbox 360. I have an Xbox One. I can't say it's the best 8th generation system of this generation, but I can say it's a pretty good console, all things considered. Anyways, so let's go on to the article at hand. So today, Phil Spencer was interviewed today for multiple answers and a few things he said today. I'm not going to go to too much detail about what he said about a couple of other things, such as what Xbox will be doing at E3, the future of Xbox, and how he's planning to tackle Japan with Xbox, which, Phil, I think when I say this, all of Japan agrees with me. You should just let the Xbox brand die in Japan. Like, you've given support to it. You promised good launch titles that they would buy. You promised JRPGs. You promised all that stuff that has, you did hold those promises, and they did happen in Japan. But the Xbox One still continues to sell less than 200 units at Japan every week. Like, you should just let it die. Like, just let it be alone and die in a corner. Like, it should just die in Japan. But that's just my opinion. Anyways, so let's talk about what the article is actually talking about and not how Xbox should die in Japan. Anyways, so Phil Spencer has talked about his interest on how he wants to see an Xbox One console in the future that will be easily upgradable, where you can put a new GPU or you can do other things and you can, well, upgrade it like a PC. Here's what he had to say regarding the issue of an Xbox coming to light where you can upgrade it. We see on other platforms, whether it be mobile or PC, that you get a continuous innovation that you rarely see on a console, he said. Consoles lock the hardware and the software platforms together at the beginning of the generation, and then you ride the generation out for 7 or so years, while the other ecosystems are getting better, faster, and stronger, and then you wait for the next big step to function. When you look at the console space, I believe we will see more hardware innovations in the console space than we've ever seen. You'll actually see us come out with new hardware capability during a generation, allowing the same games to run backwards and forwards compatible because we have a universal Windows application running on top of the universal Windows platform that allows us to focus more and more on hardware innovation without invalidating the games that run on that platform. Spencer said that Xbox One users could be offered optional hardware upgrades in the future that allows the console to keep up with emerging and competing technologies. Such a move would suggest an end for new console launches. We can effectively feel a bit more like we see on PC, where I can still go back and run my old Doom and Quake games that I played years ago, but I can still play the best 4K games coming out, and my library is always with me. Hardware innovation continues while the software innovation is able to take advantage, and I don't have to jump a generation and lose everything I played on before. Now, here's what I think about this. This is a very interesting thing that he's saying here. How he wants to make an upgradable Xbox One, or heck, even an Xbox One hardware upgrade where it's like, it's big. Like, think about how the Xbox 360 Slim and the Xbox 360e, the one I have actually, like, they have the ability to do things that the original Xbox didn't have, or the original Xbox 360, sorry, and the 360 wasn't able to have. Like, the Xbox 360e, when you compare it against the others, it doesn't do much except for it doesn't take as much power, it's more quieter, and it's got a more design closer to the Xbox One. Now, that's not a bad thing, and it would never ever be considered a bad thing. However, here's the only downside to that. The Xbox 360 was just like getting different hardware iterations. Yeah, it was more powerful, but it was still the same console, but it looked better. And that's what was so successful about it, and there's no downside to it. But the thing is, with the Xbox One, we all want an Xbox One Slim. We all want a better looking Xbox One in general. But I think, Phil, you're trying to make the Xbox One too much like a PC. And I think you should just draw the line somewhere. And, like, you're a great guy, don't get me wrong. You've been doing great things for the Xbox brand. But this is one thing that I think you should just say, okay, I passed the line. I went too far. I'm gonna draw the line now. That's it. Like we can't make the Xbox like a PC anymore. Okay, like okay, I understand you want to bring Forza to PC. You want to bring even Halo. There's a rumor that Halo 5 is coming to PC. Like you want to bring all those brands to PC, and you want to bring Forza to PC. You want to bring Quantum Break to PC. That's fine, but like making Xbox exactly like a PC, it's not appealing to me. It's not appealing to PS4 users. It's not appealing to anybody. And to be honest, at that point where you can get Xbox games on a PC, then why don't you just buy a PC if you want a thing to play games on, and you can just upgrade it. Go buy a PC then. Like I have a gaming PC. I don't play on it much, granted, but I do have one. And like I could just say, oh, okay, I'll sell my Xbox One then. Quantum Break, that's a game I really wanted for Xbox One, but guess what? It's coming to PC too. Forza 6, I was planning to get it from Xbox One. Oh, I can just buy it on my PC. You're kind of killing the point of buying an Xbox One, but at the same time, you're kind of making it good, sort of. Like, you're doing what the gamer wants, but there is such a thing called you're doing too much what the gamer wants. Yes, gamers do want the idea that I can play a game on Xbox and PC, and vice versa. And heck, I can even play with my friends on PC while I play an Xbox One game. That's cool, but when you're getting to the point that you were releasing both games at the same time, like that's a little bit shady, and I don't like that. Another thing I want to bring up is how it's cool to do it if you're doing like cross-buy or if you're making like unified. But if you're doing with third-party games, like if the next Call of Duty comes to Xbox and PC, and you can play with your PC gaming friends, and on Xbox you can play with your PC gaming friends and all that, and it's vice versa. That's cool with third-party games. When you're doing that with first-party games, you're kind of killing the point of buying an Xbox. Like I could just buy a PC and call that an Xbox. Like it's just, I don't know, a little bit ridiculous. That's just my opinion. And yeah, like it's just a little bit ridiculous what you're doing. So Phil, if I were you at this point, I'd say let's back off from the whole Xbox and PC can be the same thing. Because if you do that, I hope you know you're like equally killing off the Xbox brand very, very quickly and very fast. People will realize, why do I need to buy an Xbox One when I can just buy a PC and do whatever the Xbox One does? And then at that point, you could just lose all your sales to Sony and the PS4 and heck, even the Wii U. Now, I know what someone could say as an argument. Oh, but Nintendo did it with the new 3DS. It's a little bit different with Nintendo because Nintendo has always been doing those small little hardware upgrades with their handhelds. But those are their handhelds, first off. And, like, you don't see Nintendo saying, oh, but guess what? There's these tons of games that are only going to be exclusive to the new 3DS. No, but, like, it's an optional thing. Nintendo always makes it optional. Like, the new 3DS. Do you need to buy a new 3DS? No. I'll tell people, even to this day, just buy an old 3DS if you're on a budget, because you don't need to buy the new one. The only game that really is, like, exclusive to the new 3DS is Xenoblade Chronicles X. Or Xenoblade Chronicles 3D, sorry, for the 3DS. And that's it. There is an indie game, The Binding of Isaac, which is very, very fun game that is also exclusive to the new 3DS. But again, like it's not like those are only 2 games out of the thousands that are available for the 3DS, and that's not even counting the Game Boy Advance Virtual Console titles and the NES titles, and heck, even the DS titles. So to that, I say the 3DS is kind of different. You can't say, oh, but look at Nintendo in the new 3DS. That's different. Nintendo has been doing it for years, and they've always made it optional. You're talking about a new Xbox being introduced with new hardware, and that players would have to buy the new Xbox because they can't play those new Xbox games on their old Xbox Ones. It wouldn't work. So that's how I feel about that. But anyways, after this lengthy almost 10-minute video, what do you guys think in the comments down below? Do you think that this is a good idea that Phil Spencer is doing? Or do you think that he should back off like I think he should? Make sure to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And don't forget to tell me what you think in the comments down below. Your feedback always helps me improve. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.